Hey, it's the holidays, and it is almost the holidays. It's the holiday show season, and it's time to play. I have had this Creative Paradise mold. This is the Christmas tree that they have, LF233. I have had this mold for over a year and have not used it. I did not use it last season, and I've been dying to play with it, and so here it is. We're going to do this thing. So I have already sprayed it well with Zip, and I'm just going to start assembling. Now, there are great tutorials from Stephanie and team at Creative Paradise, so I've looked at the tutorial. I have a sense of what recommended firing schedule they have. There's a fill weight, and as I've said on prior videos, I often don't care about fill weight. I often don't follow that, but in this case I'm going to. So I have the scale here, and this weighs exactly 880 grams. I don't know if you can see that readout or not. 880, and the fill weight recommended on this was between 440, I think, and 500. Let's just say 450. So quick math, 880 plus 450, 1330. Is what I need to get to total on a fill weight for this thing. So I'm going to start to build it and then just continue to kind of weigh it and check in and see how I'm tracking here. What my plan is, so I'm gonna build this and show you as I go, but it'll be kind of quick because I'm going to do it on fast. I've got some of these lovely Murrini. Some are from Tabitha at Tabitha's Glass Emporium. Some are from Lori at Wilderness Glass. I'll drop both of their links, but they look like little ornaments, Tabitha calls them baubles, which I think is sweet. So I love how these look, and I'm going to put them, not all of them, in these dots, in these indentations meant for ornaments. I'm probably going to put some regular dots in some of them as well, so that I'm not filling it up with Murrini. Then my plan is to dust some white in here to kind of give a snow-tipped look to the pine tree, and then I'll fill it with greens and then with clear and get me to that fill weight. I'm also going to address the star. I think I might use a Murrini in there, maybe a large slice or something. I think I've got some, and then fill it in with yellow around there. So I'm going to play a little bit. You're going to watch me play, and then we're going to fire it and see what happens. All right, here we are. It is almost 13:30 exactly on the nose. So as you probably saw, I put, it was translucent clear, I think, translucent white. So it looks like it's clear that went down first. It was fine for it that I put down first, and it'll fire to be white. Then I put down light aventurine, then I put down regular aventurine, both in fine, and then the only thing I had here was some clear coarse frit, and so I used that up, not all of it, but used that to kind of fill this up to the proper fill weight. I had a star here from Tabitha that then I surrounded with a little bit more sunflower yellow, and hopefully all those little ornaments, or baubles as Tabitha calls them, fuse in there nice. We'll see. This is a little bit of an experiment since it's the first time I'm using the mold. I am going to make sure I've got all my edges cleaned up nice so that I don't have too much in the way of cold working to do after it comes out. So I just take a little paintbrush and just kind of make sure that everything's away from the edge so that it runs down nice into the mold, as opposed to creating little spikes around the edges. So I'll do all of that here in a little bit, and then I'll put it in. There's a firing schedule that CPI recommends, so that's the one I think I'm going to go with maybe an alteration or two. I have a couple of other things going in with this, and so I'm going to come up with a firing schedule that's pretty darn close to what CPI has on their website, but maybe again with a few modifications just to make sure that I'm accommodating all the things that are in the kiln at the same time. So I always post my firing schedule. We'll keep our fingers crossed that that works out well. and then I'll post it though so that you know what I used. So I'll finish cleaning this up and put it in, and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. All right, here it is out of the kiln, and it is wonderful. So I'm very happy with how the ornaments turned out. And I am a little less happy with how my white choice turned out. So I did, instead of doing opaque white, I did translucent white because I thought upon firing it would turn a little whiter. What happened is it just looks kind of cloudy, so I'm not in love with that. But I am in love with the ornaments and how these turned out. So I need to make some more dots because I'm running out, but I think that they're really cool. I'm really happy with the star and how this turned out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you with the light on. Now, I had some light spots in coverage, as you can see. It was a little thin right here. There was almost a little bubble effect that happened, a little thin in some other areas. But overall, I'm really pleased. Tabitha's star in the middle, filling it out with the rest of the yellow. Overall, very, very happy. So now it's time to slump this piece. Now, there's a specific mold for this. Let me get that out. This is mold... oh, let's see. Boy, I can barely read it. GM 267. I can barely read it because my eyesight's terrible. But this is a specific cone-shaped mold for this piece, for this tree. All right, here's the second one of these that I did. I still don't know that I love the white. So, I don't know. It's not bad. I gotta think about it a little bit. But we'll see how it looks like when it's slumped. The color is good on it. I'm loving the little ornaments. So I added some more. So some of these are Murrini from Tabitha. Some of them are from Lori Moreno at Wilderness Glass. And I'll drop both of their links in the video notes. Another star from Tabitha that I surrounded with some additional frit. So really happy. You can't see light through this in my light table. I don't have plugged in, but I'll show it to you when it comes out of the kiln after a slump. Now for the slump, there is, as I mentioned earlier, this mold. I put some kiln wash on it. Regular kiln wash is fine. For casting molds, I use Zip. Which is what's usually recommended. It's much more expensive, but for castings, it's great. But for something simple like a slump where you're only going to, I don't remember what the temperature is, 1250, 1275, you don't need to use expensive Zip on this. Just a plain old kiln wash is great. So I've already kiln washed my slump mold, and then the way in which you put this on the shelf is you put your mold down, and then you find this middle dot, and you line that up as the middle and your star at the top, and then it takes this form. So I will load this up into the kiln and slump it. I'll slump the other one, and we'll see what they look like when they come out. Okay, here they are. Here's the first one. The slump is really good on this. That mold is just great. It has a nice even stand here, or even sit. And you know what? The one here with the snow doesn't bother me as much as I thought. In fact, I took these to a show, and that was the first one to sell, and the buyer commissioned me to make a second one because she wanted a pair that both had the snow on it. So who'd have thunk it? Both of these ended up selling for me, sold very well. I'll be making more. I really enjoyed this project. Way to go, Stephanie and team. Cool mold. All right, if you don't already follow me, make sure you check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/YouTube Jamaison. Lots of fun stuff happening over there. Catch you later. Bye-bye.